8 reasons that fear is a fraud. Fear is the counterfeit to discernment. Discernment is God says, okay, here's what's going to happen. Here's how I need you to respond. Fear is different than discernment. Discernment prepares you for the future. Fear paralyzes you in the present. Fear makes us selfish. If your house is on fire, you're not thinking about other people. You've got a crisis. If you live in fear, you become a selfish person because you're anxious about yourself and you have no energy left for them. Fear makes us ineffective. It makes us paralyzed, stuck, inactive. Single guy, why don't you ask that girl out? She might reject me. Well, if she does, you're in the same position you are today, so go give a risk, Why don't you apply for that job? Well, what if I get the job and then I lose the job? Well, it makes us ineffective and inactive. It paralyzes decision making. Some of you, you're in a crossroads where you've got a major decision to make, and you've looked at every possible apocalyptic doom outcome, and as a result, you can't make a decision. Fear causes us to lose touch with reality. What happens when we're living out of fear and the spirit of fear instead of faith and the Holy Spirit, we become very emotional. What happens physically, biologically, you have a fight or flight response. You're heightened alert, endorphins are firing, adrenaline is firing, all your systems are on, and you're either gonna fight, get all agitated and irritable, or flight, you're gonna disappear and hide. Both of which cause us to miss reality. Now, it feels real to you. It feels real to you, but it's not based on reality, it's based on a lie. Jesus tells us in John 8 that Satan is the father of lies. Lying is his native language. When you get a lie, if you believe it, you'll live in light of it and miss reality. Number 5, fear causes us to be God. When we're afraid of something, we want to be knowing and controlling. People that have control issues, they really have fear issues. God is all-knowing, God is all-controlling. When we are gripped by a spirit of fear, we want to know everything and control everything and everyone. High control. Because I'm not safe unless I'm in God's position. God won't keep me safe. Only I can keep me safe. Now, we don't necessarily always say this to ourselves, but this is showing you the math of what is happening when a spirit of fear takes over your life. Fear also robs us. Jesus tells us that there is a thief who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Fear will take your sleep. Fear will take your energy. Fear will take your clarity. Fear will take your joy. How do I know? Took mine. There were seasons of my life that I had fears. Couldn't sleep. Living off of adrenaline. Blow out my adrenal glands. Intestinal ulcer, medical problems, all because of a spirit of fear. It robs. Fear robs. Fear makes us double-minded and unstable. Jesus' brother James says this. It's like, okay, Lord, that's what you want me to do. Uh-oh, it might not go the way that I want. Life is like this for a lot of people. Okay, I'm going to do what God said. No, I don't like what might happen. I'll retreat. Makes you unstable. Unstable. You don't put one foot in front of the other in your walk with God. You take one step forward and one step backward, and the fear paralyzes you. And fear turns us into false prophets. What a false prophet is and does, a false prophet prophesies a future that doesn't come to pass. The most powerful false prophet in your life is you. I'm doomed. Don't prophesy that in your future. Don't look at your spouse and say, you're going to leave me. Don't prophesy that. Right? What we do is we look at the future. We don't consider that God will be in it. We invite a spirit of fear instead of the Holy Spirit and the love of God, which casts out the fear. And the result is we are convinced that there is doom for us, and we become false prophets in our own life. Let me do a little case test study with you. How many of you have feared something that didn't happen? Right? We've all done this. We're like, oh no, I'm fine. It didn't happen. I'm okay. That's you being a false prophet in your life.